£75. Like, why is it so cheap? Like, that's really close to the airplane. No wonder you could travel from Paris to London for 2 hours. Hello, guys, and welcome to the channel. And today we're going to be checking out Paris to London on the incredible Eurostar under the sea. Ooh, like literally under the sea. If you're new here, this is Sparkles TV. Do make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, watch to the end, and let's get right into it.
Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today I am in Paris, France, where I will be travelling from Paris Gare du Nord beneath the English Channel to London St Pancras on board a high-speed Eurostar train.
Okay, Eurostar. I was about to ask Eurostar, is it a train name? Thank God just mentioned that.
For this journey on one of their new Volaro trains. So, let's go! Today's journey starts at the spectacular Paris Gare du Nord, or Paris North Station. The station sees a large selection of services other than just Eurostar, including regional and commuter trains, as well as international trains to Belgium, the Netherlands, and North Germany.
Actually, it looked like a high-speed train.
I just love the roof here at Gare du Nord. Being made of iron and plenty of glass allows for an interior full of natural light.
Yeah, it's actually beautiful.
All passengers for Eurostar trains must pass through a dedicated passport control and security checkpoint, found above the main concourse. As such, it is advisable to arrive quite some time before the departure of your train. Presently, Eurostar recommends to arrive at least 90 minutes prior to the train's planned departure time, due to the requirement for the laborious and time-consuming extra border checks in response to COVID-19. As you can see, there are plenty of eateries and shops available at this station, though I did not avail of their offer as I had already eaten prior.
Okay.
The Eurostar departures area can be found on the high level of the station, which also affords a fantastic view of the bustling concourse below. Gare du Nord is the busiest station in Europe by passenger count, seeing hundreds of thousands of passengers in any given day. To the left here, you can find the dedicated Eurostar ticket office, though I wouldn't expect to have much luck for an on-the-day ticket, with high prices and even seat availability being an issue, due to strict Channel Tunnel regulations necessitating compulsory reservations. Time to indulge in culture and begin the typically British tradition of queuing. Now, I had expected this service to be formed of one of the older Eurostar trains, the TGV TMST, this being what was indicated to me on the seating plan at the time of booking. However, due to a decrease in demand during COVID-19, those sets were temporarily withdrawn, meaning I was lucky enough to be travelling on one of their newer and
I like the payment method. You can just pay with your phone. That's okay.
Better German-built trains. Because of the massively different seating plans, I was issued a new seat automatically at the ticket control gates, indicated on this yellow slip. Checking my new seat, I found it was poorly aligned with the window, but thankfully someone at the help desk issued me a seat.
Actually, I don't like this because let me say I'm taking a flight. I like booking my seats, or if I'm traveling by road, I like booking my seats. I like to stay on the window or some specific location. The way the plan was being changed, I don't think I'm a fan of it. Like, I don't really like it.
With a better view at my request. Anyway, after a security check and clearing of border control, we are now in the departure lounge.
I didn't get that very well. Let me take it back.
Aligned with the window, but thankfully someone at the help desk issued me a seat with a better view at my request.
Oh, okay, that's nice, since you can request for a better seat.
Anyway, after a security check and clearing of border control, we are now in the departure lounge, which has another large selection of eateries and shops. Many of these weren't open at this time, again due to reduced demand.
The rail station is so beautiful. Like, actually this looks like a airport, kind of giving airport vibe for a rail station. That's really impressive. I think the rail station I'll say that this that come close to this is the one at Poland. I cannot pronounce the name, but it's literally very beautiful and it's like up to 500 meters deep into the ground. Like that's really impressive. So seeing this one, I would say that one come first, then this comes second to the station I've seen that's like beautiful on my list.
The departure lounge offers a view of the Eurostar platforms, where my train for today is currently waiting for boarding to start. Towards the far end of the departures area, there is a small elevated waiting area, probably my favourite place to sit. This area has power sockets, and being an international service, both European and UK style plugs are catered for, as well as also having some USB ports. It's also worth mentioning that a more luxurious lounge does exist, but is dedicated only to business Premier passengers, a ticket for which costs more than the regular standard
Wow,
Premier or
as
first
expected
class
actually.
offering. About
That's no
20 minutes
surprise.
before departure, boarding is called for my train. My ride today is train number EST 9039, departing from Paris Gare du Nord at 15:13, with a planned journey time of 2 hours and 26 minutes for the non-stop ride up to London this afternoon.
2 hours, wait, 2 hours, 26 minutes from Paris to London. That's really fast. How fast is this train actually moving? Like, thinking about it right now. That's really fast.
Beside me now is the train that will
That's like international transport. Like, from Paris to London, like, that's two different countries and literally 2 hours.
be taking me through to London. It's a Class 374 Eurostar E320, built from 2015 as part of the Siemens Velaro family of trains, which also see a lot of use in Germany and Turkey, for example. This set is 374011 and 374012, with the trains running in fixed pairs of 8 carriages each, leading to a total of 16 carriages. These units are capable of an impressive 320 kilometers an hour, but
Whoa.
only operate in service at
Whoa.
300 kilometers an hour.
Oh, like, this is really close to the speed of an airplane. Like, 320 kilometer per second, like per hour, sorry. That's really close to the airplane. No wonder you could travel from Paris to London for 2 hours. Like, that's really, really impressive.
An hour. As you can probably imagine, it's quite the trek if you're in one of the front carriages, with these trains being some 390 metres long. I am booked into standard class coach number 4, towards the front of the train when heading towards London. This is my seat on the left. Coach number 4,
okay.
seat number
Nice.
93, a forward-facing aisle seat. At the time of recording, Eurostar was only selling every other place, which means I was free to take the adjacent window seat. And naturally, I made sure I took this opportunity. Today's route begins in the centre of Paris at the massive and marvellous Gare du Nord.
The rail station is so big, like, wow, it's so big.
We run through the northern suburbs of the capital before speeding through the French countryside and enter the famous Channel Tunnel at Coquelles.
Oh, this is the underwater route.
After that, we emerge in Folkestone, England, where the remainder of the journey is on High Speed 1, the only high-speed line in the UK, which takes us through many tunnels to the spectacle of railway station design of St Pancras International in London. After a short wait, it's time to depart the French capital on time at 15:13. We're soon rolling along the southernmost section of the LGV Nord, which means North High Speed Line. This key artery of the French railway network connects Paris with Lille, Calais, among other French destinations, with a junction heading towards Brussels in Belgium and of course the route through the Channel Tunnel to the UK. At present, the train is navigating its way through the suburbs of Paris at a maximum of 160 km an hour, but this speed will look rather pedestrian in comparison to our top speed later on in the trip.
But actually, this is actually so fast.
This is Le Landy, a major maintenance base for all fleets operating out of Paris Gare du Nord, including the Eurostar fleet. It also handles the TGV and Thalys high-speed trains, as well as TER regional trains. It's not long before we are rocketing through the countryside at full speed, passing by the ever-rolling hills of the Hauts-de-France or Upper France region. With the journey well underway, it's now time to take a look at the seat here in standard class.
For standard class, actually okay. It's still beautiful.
Starting off with perhaps the most important aspect, the level of seat comfort. I actually found these seats really comfortable, offering a nice amount of padding and having a really good ergonomic shape. There's also a generously padded leather headrest, a nice touch I thought. As for legroom, there's ample space here in standard class. Though, do be warned if booking a table seat that the amount of room is substantially reduced due to a somewhat poorly designed table. Beside the seat cushion, you can find a small lever which controls the seat's much appreciated recline function, and if you pull the base of the seat up, you can find the adjustable thigh support, in my opinion a really nice feature.
It's really comfortable.
There's also a footrest attached to the bottom of the seat in front. Above this, you can find a small but flexible storage pocket. And here's the decently sized seat back table. Finally,
for standard, like this is actually very comfortable and actually very nice.
Top of the seat is this small groove. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's for. At first I thought it was good for holding phones, but mine just ended up flipping downwards. Leave a comment if you know why it's here. Beneath the seat you can also find the power sockets, and much like in the departure lounge, international travellers are well catered for, with each pair of seats having a UK 3-pin socket as well as a European one.
For
If you
standard,
have a
this is
travel
really
adapter,
impressive.
as you probably should, then you can use either socket, or both in the event that you get 2 seats to yourself. So let's have a look around the rest of the train. First off, there are a few mid-carriage luggage racks, situated above a bin. These complement the well-sized overhead luggage racks in providing much needed storage space on what is entirely a service used for long-distance travel. There are also sizable luggage stacks at the end of the carriages. This is a standard Premier coach, which is Eurostar's first-class offering. The interior is the same as in Business Premier, but with a lighter meal being offered, and fewer benefits at the station, like no access to the business lounge or fast-track security. Here in the rather stylish vestibule area, you can find 2 toilets as well as a set of recycling bins.
I want to know what the toilet look like.
In both coach number 8 and number 9, you can find the bar area. Eurostar refers to this as Café Métropole, though unfortunately it was closed at the time of recording, and so no catering was available. Still, I really liked the modern abstract design of the carriage interior.
Yeah, nice.
Having a look at the prices though, I noticed they are very expensive, even by on-train standards in the UK. Perhaps it was a good thing that I had already eaten. You can also buy tickets for tourist attractions in each of the 3 capitals served by the core Eurostar network, as well as urban transport tickets for these cities.
Okay, the speed is kind of ranking up.
After just under an hour, we are on the outskirts of Lille in northern France. Here, the train dived underground to the platforms of Lille Europe, a station which sees the majority of high-speed and international trains serving the major city of Lille. Eurostar trains do serve here, however only the trains to and from Brussels stop at the station, as well as seasonal trains from the south of France in order to process luggage and passports in what is unlovingly known as the Lille Shuffle. This station necessitates the train slows to just 200 km an hour, but afterwards the train shoots back up to 300 km an hour, running at great speed once again through the French countryside on this lovely sunny day.
The sound.
Speaking of the sun, there's also a sunblind provided at every window, but I found it wasn't very effective at blocking out the light due to having such a low density mesh. Above the windows you can find a sliding coat hook. It's a little bit tricky to move though. This is Calais-Freton, the final station on the LGV Nord route. This station is temporarily closed to Eurostar services as a result of COVID-19 leading to Eurostar focusing only on its busiest stations. However, what this station does signify is that we are fast approaching the world-famous Channel Tunnel through to England.
Yeah, what's the channels?
This tunnel is a marvel of modern engineering, stretching the 31.35 miles under the English Channel between Coquelles in northern France and Folkestone in southeast England. After numerous proposals dating back as far as 1802, the so-called Channel finally started construction in 1988 and opened to passenger traffic in 1994. The tunnel consists of two main portals for rail traffic and a central service tunnel for utility vehicles and emergencies. Nowadays, other than Eurostar services, the Channel Tunnel sees the Eurotunnel Le Shuttle service for road vehicles as well as some freight trains. Now, I'd love to show you the full video of the Channel Tunnel from the inside, but I can't really say that it would be particularly interesting. After roughly 20 minutes crossing the channel, a perfect opportunity for changing your watch to account for UK time of course, we emerge in Kent. The train is now travelling on a route called High Speed 1, which connects the Channel Tunnel with Kent and London. To the left is the Southeastern Main Line, a classic route that also links Kent with London, powered by the 750 volt direct current third rail system. Historically, the old Eurostar trains would have trundled along this route on their way to the capital until High Speed 1 fully opened in 2007. We are now passing Ashford International, one of two Eurostar stations in Kent, southeast England. Much like Calais-Freton, these stations are not presently accepting Eurostar trains due to cited lack of demand.
Okay.
With the journey's end fast approaching, let's run through the price. This trip cost
Actually,
me
it's so
£75 exactly, booking about 2 weeks in advance. Such a ticket is valid only.
Oh my, wait, hold on, wait. Hold on. £75?
With the journey's end fast approaching, let's run through the price. This trip cost me £75 exactly.
£75? Like, do you realize this is international trip? Like, from Paris to UK, like, why is it so cheap? Like this is so cheap, like, wow. Like, this is so cheap. Wow.
Booking about 2 weeks in advance. Such a ticket is valid only on the booked date and on the booked train. For a journey of 307 miles, this gives a price per mile of about 25p. This seems fairly expensive, and to some extent it is, but when you remember that the costs of running the train through the Channel Tunnel are very high,
So
and
maybe
the
it's not
convenience of
expensive at
running
all.
from the centre of Paris straight to the centre of London without stopping in a decent time of under 2.5 hours, it doesn't seem quite so bad. Fares in standard class can start at as little as
Like,
£39.
you just say seems quite so bad. It's not bad at all. Like, to me, it's not bad at all. Like, it's fair.
Which is fantastic, but if you leave it to the last minute, it's not uncommon to find tickets costing nearly £200. Overall, I am generally pretty impressed with the Eurostar Standard Class experience. It's a fast way to get between London and the continent with a comfortable and smooth ride. I certainly prefer it to flying. We're now arriving into London St Pancras International, the terminus station for my train. Arrival today is an impressive 8 minutes early at 16:31. St Pancras International has long been one of my favourite train stations anywhere in the world, not only because of its stunning train shed, but also because it is symbolic of international rail travel from the UK and the many incredible adventures you can have. As I leave the train, why not take a moment to post a comment letting me know what you think of the Eurostar experience.
Yeah, this is really a nice experience. All I can say. And yes, the cost price to me is like very fair, $95 and £75. That's really so fair. So let me I'm so testing. That's really so fair. Yeah, and it's fast, 2 hours from Paris to London. Like this is literally an international ride, and it's very fair. And the train moves so fast, up to 320 kilometer per second, sorry, per hour. And yeah, I like it. It's clean and the standard is so okay. Like the seat is comfortable, enough leg space, and even a charging port. That's all you need when you're traveling. So to me, it's okay. I kind of prefer it to flights. I don't even know which I would prefer at this point. Like flights is actually very comfortable, but this is actually very comfortable as well. And since it's almost kind of the same time, 2 hours, so it's okay. I like it. Thank you for watching with me. If you're new here, consider liking, subscribe to the channel, and I do hope to see you on my next video. Stay safe and bye for now, guys.